Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome! Oh, what are we doing this evening? I was busy commenting on waifu battle off threads.
We are bunning around, of course.
uh,
We're doing the same thing we do every week. We're bunning the main story. And other things. Like holidays.
yeah, well, we've got a holiday to put into, so let's go attend to that.
We have a self-insert to go witness.
Yeah, but it's the self-insert of the best kind.
It's still a self-insert.
I'm still kind of sad that we see a lot of self-insert Yoshi P, but we don't see a lot of self-insert Mobile. Morble. Fox Kalon. He used to be lead programmer. He's now director. While Yoshi P has taken full-on production.
I want self-insert Kuji.
That's not going to happen, at least for a while. Koji's been busy on other projects. They've got a new person kind of head of translation. She's actually based in LA, and she looks like freaking Ellen Winkler's twin. I swear to God.
She's really ready for two Ellen Winklers.
I don't think anyone's ready for two Ellen Winklers.
Yeah.
Hello, Wandering Minstrel. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Foxfire. Newfound Journey. Wandering Minstrel has a request for an experienced adventurer. Does he mean us?
Unfortunately, I think he does mean adventurers. No, we are not. We're only level 50. We're like baby adventurers.
No, we're 52. 4% better.
Hello, Cold Silver. I didn't know if you wanted an invite to this or not. Or you're just hanging.
Only if you need me.
At the moment, we're just doing holiday stuff. We'll see afterwards.
Mm-hmm. One thing, we do have a hard mode dungeon.
Yes, we do. But we have to get to it first.
I think we'll have time.
But there is a chunk of story in front of it, so...
Yeah, I think we've done a little of that, though, but we'll see. If it isn't my dear adventure friends, pleased am I to see you again. Have you perchance come to join us in remembering the calamity?
We do it every year. Well, every year since we've been rolled.
Have a moment. There's a favor I would ask of you. Will you not hear me out? In part due to the promotional efforts during the recent Moonfire Fair, more people are seeking to take up adventuring. Not all are yet wise in the ways of the world, however, and I fear they might fall prey to less principled types in Ul'dah. Less principled types in Ul'dah? Are there more principled types in Ul'dah?
Do you really want to answer that question?
No, never ask a question you don't want to hear the answer to.
Mm-hmm.
If one such as you were to help them on their way, I would feel more at ease. What say you? Will you not take a fledgling adventurer under your wing? I'm truly grateful. Now, I believe a carriage is due to arrive shortly. If you go and wait at the gate of Nald, chances are a soul will wander in who's just embarked upon the path of adventure. Pray greet them and offer your help. Worry not, you'll have no trouble identifying them. You need but look for someone absorbed in their surroundings. I dare say it will feel like glimpsing into the past, right to the part where you're greeted by a helpful stranger.
Rafios! Okay, no bubbles from these two. So off we go to meet this wide-eyed new, freshly rolled character. I mean adventurer. Yeah.
This is basically a version of the cine you get upon entering Ul'dah if you pick one of the Ul'dah classes.
Mm-hmm.
The one difference,
Mm-hmm.
this is correctly doing the correct time of day. It's always midday when you're in the private instance that you have at this point in the game.
This is true. So, what should we say?
I don't know.
Oi, adventurer, over here!
Okay. Yeah, he wasn't expecting the greeter to be that tall.
Or buxom?
And, maybe. But certainly not this tall. Who are you?
Oh, just an average adventurer passing by.
Nobody of importance. An experienced adventurer, you say? You want to help me on my way? Well, I could certainly use some guidance. I've never been anywhere near as big and busy as Ul'dah. My name is Nagia Ajakia, but just Nagi will do. And as you rightly guessed, I'm an aspiring adventurer. That's why I left my village and came here. So, I understand that you first need to register at the Adventurers Guild. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, it's right over there. Talk to Momodi Modi and she'll set you right.
Just through that door, is it? Thank you. I'll head there at once.
You do remember to talk to Momodi.
Nagi rushes off before you can offer further explanation. Perhaps you should follow him to the quicksand. But
At least we're
even
not
to
on
the-
Belmoog. Then if we were, he'd get the shock of his life.
But even to the quick shot of the quicksand, that's where you're supposed to go. That's all part of the starting in Ul'dah experience.
Hello, Nagi.
In and out. In and out. Come on, Nagi. You can do it. Oh, it's you two again. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. It's heartening to have you here too.
Why, hello there. What can I do for you today? The lad's here to register, is he?
Yes, madam. I wish to join the Adventurers Guild. My name is Nagia Ajakia, and I'm 16 years old. Practically a man grown.
Aren't we a lively one? Momodi's my name, and if you want to be an adventurer, then you've come to the right woman. There's nothing to it, really. You just need to write your name here in the register. Come, come. With that, you're an official member of the Adventurers Guild. If you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. And don't just go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Yep, that's pretty much
That's
her
right,
same
city's
speech.
most notorious gossip.
Yes, she is. Now then, normally I'd offer you the grand tour. But in light of present company, I reckon you ought to have it from her. They're both renowned adventurers, after all. Bleeding champions of Eozrea. You could do far worse than getting their advice. To begin with, mayhap you can recommend a guild here in Ul'dah for Nagi to join. If it's too noisy here, there are benches just outside where you can have a nice little chat. Hello, Nuggy! Let's talk about guilds.
I must confess, choosing a guild is quite daunting. I'd appreciate any advice you can offer. And yep, can't skip this, etc. Alright, let's talk guilds. I'm all ears, Ladonia. Rena? No, we're the ones with the ears.
Which one should we go for?
I'll leave you to it. I chose most of them last time.
Why do you want to become an adventurer?
A merchant who was in the carriage with me, something, asked me much the same thing. At the time, I couldn't give a proper answer. I had a reason for leaving home, of course, but I couldn't express it in words. But having now set foot in Ul'dah, it's come clear in my mind. I wanted to know what lay beyond the horizon, wanted to see it with my own eyes and be amidst it. You've been to many places, right? You like it then, traveling, that is.
I love traveling. There's nothing like the thrill of seeing new sights.
Which is good because we have a lot of new sights in our future.
Oh, yes.
So you do. I have an older sister. During the calamity, we fled Gridania and took refuge in a village in the mountains. I ended up staying in that secluded place, and it's long been a dream of mine to travel the world. But inexperienced as I am, I don't know if I could live a life on the road. Is there a guild that could equip me with the skills I need?
So, should we go for fighting arts, or should we teach him a craft?
Yes, since we know we won't actually be teaching him gathering. At least not at this stage.
No.
Probably fighting arts, but up to you.
Fighting arts. Fighting arts it is.
I see. A place where I can learn how to protect myself and others. If I recall correctly, Ul'dah is home to the Pugilists and Thaumaturgus guilds. Of those two, I'd choose the Pugilists. I've always enjoyed rigorous exercise, and I'm quite confident in my physical abilities. Yes, I believe this is the guild for me. I'll go and join that at once.
I can show you the guild if you'd like.
Yes, you can. Thanks for your concern, but I should be fine.
Okay.
You still have time, though. Could we meet again afterwards? There are a few more things I'd like to ask you about.
Can do.
Nod. Great. I'll look for you there when I'm done. You wait a good while, but there's no sign of Nagi. Perhaps you should look in on him at the Pugilist Guild.
Yeah, I don't think it'd take him this long to kill 3 little ladybugs and a couple of squirrels.
He's already doing the level 5 quest, I'm sure.
Well, we can hope. And the Pugilist Guild was just over here.
Mm-hmm.
Time to puggles things. And remember, a
One
clenched
good-
fist drops no gill.
Yes. And one reason to do this instead is this is closer than the other guild.
This is also true. Oh my gosh, the other guild is way across town.
That was a most impressive display, young one. Watching you, I'm reminded of myself in my youth. Swift, strong, and handsome. Not to say I'm not these things anymore, of course. You're too kind, Master Hammond, and I'm sure you're still all those things and more.
Now, Nagi, take care you don't flatter the old man over much. His neck couldn't bear his head getting any larger.
Oh, Ladonia, Rena, I'm glad to say that pugilism agrees with me. My thanks for your recommendation. So you're the one who sent Nagi to us. Lad possesses rare talent, and I look forward to watching him grow in our art. Right then, my boy. Remember today's lesson well, and keep at your training. Next time we shall try something a little harder. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So engrossed was I in the combinations, I lost track of time.
Totally understandable. Easy to do.
Oh, I should mention something. As I was training, a peculiar minstrel approached me. He said that if I'm resolved to walk an adventurer's path, I should seek him out for a task. Moreover, he asked that you accompany me. If you're willing, he's apparently waiting at the Ruby Road Exchange.
Okie dokie. We can totally do this.
And since we won't be going that route, the other choice of a guild is the Alchemists.
Yes. And Master Severin continues to be Master Severin.
How well does he take to being an alchemist?
Not as well as being a pugilist.
Okay.
I think
So
pugilist.
we have sent him down the right path.
Yes.
Yeah. Here he is, Ladonia, Rena, the minstrel. Yep, we know him well. My friend, you have done a splendid job as a guide. I was right to entrust the task to you. What? Do you mean to say Ladonia and Rena approached me at your behest? They did, I must confess. You see, for my next composition, I seek to capture the essence of the times. While any number of subjects would be worthwhile, of greatest interest to me is the recent rise in the ranks of adventurers. In thus bringing different generations of adventurers together, I'd hoped for inspiration to strike, and I'm pleased to say that it has. Drawing upon your experience walking your path, you have helped Nagi to begin walking his, a reminder that the present owes its existence to the past. That is to say, the present and the past are deeply entwined. If we would capture the former, we cannot well disregard the latter, and this brings me to my next request. I ask that you each find an object with a connection to the calamity, the event which gave rise to the realm's rebirth, and present it to me with its tale. Well now, that sounds not unlike a treasure hunt, and it'd be my very first task as an adventurer. What do you say? Shall we do it?
Stoic nod.
Excellent. When you have your items, pray seek me out at the Ruby Road Exchange. I eagerly look forward to seeing what you bring. There are many vendors at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, right? Chances are they'll have something, so let's begin our search there.
That
They
would
all
be
do
correct,
zoomies.
Foxfire, assuming people are following the lore properly, because the lore tends to shift around a bit. And of course, keep in mind, you're dealing with a bunch of adventurers. Adventurers are unique individuals, and they do whatever they damn well bloody please. Completely disregarding any cultural norm whatsoever.
And the fact that they actually point that out to you during the opening stuff. Because if you use a non-lore appropriate name, they will call you on it.
Or at least Mother Mione will call you on it.
Whichever one of the three you get, yeah. They only call you on it once, but you do get called on it. Come on, let's begin looking around. And now accompanying us.
Hello, Octi! We are doing the Rising, which is a local holiday that does not last very long, which is why we're trying to get it in now. That is a celebration of the rebirth of Final Fantasy XIV with A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, basically, it's the anniversary celebration for ARR.
Or at least the ending of 1.0.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
I believe this was you?
Welcome, welcome! What is it you're after? Objects connected with the calamity, you say? Why, I have just the thing. An amethyst ring from Ishgard, steeped in sentimental value. 5 years ago, on the eve of the Battle of Cartanu, a young temple knight set out from his homeland, wishing to do his part for Eozrea when his nation would not. Alas, the man never arrived in the flats. En route, he came upon a merchant being attacked by a dragon, and lost his life going to the stranger's aid. This was his ring, an heirloom passed down through his line.
What a tragic tale. But I wonder, how did the ring find its way back? If the knight fell, it seems the merchant couldn't have survived unscathed.
I remember now. Though the knight was mortally wounded, he succeeded in striking the dragon down. With his last breath, he entrusted the ring to the merchant. Yes, that's how it happened. Now, so, what do you say? If you're interested, I'd be willing to part with the relic for a special price, but for today only.
This feels a bit dubious. This old, Shall we look around some more? There's bound to be other things out there.
Very sus.
Also...
Discuss the local
talk?
cuisine.
Okay.
Oh, talk?
Well, do the local cuisine. But we will want to get talk as well. Ooh, is this the local cuisine? Goodness, but everything looks amazing. In the course of your journeys, you must have sampled all kinds of food, from simple fare to exotic feasts. I look forward to sampling everything too. Hawk. An object with a connection to the calamity. I wonder what manner of things we'll find.
I don't know,
Suspicious
but we'll find them.
rings so far.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Jibdad Tia and Austin. Austin?
I'm pleased to present the works of Jabentia, the brightest new star in the world of glass art. His artistry and craftsmanship will astound and inspire you. Oh, if it isn't Ladonia and Rena, how have you been, my friends? I am still working at my craft, as you can see, and for the Rising this year, Aston has organized this street exhibit for me. Please feel free to browse at your leisure, and don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. You're looking for objects that bear a connection to the calamity. Do you have anything that fits the description? As a matter of fact, I do. Yonder pane, entitled The Sultana's Seven, He picks an inspiring event from the calamity. It was the final days before the fall of Dalamud, its inexorable approach foretelling our impending doom. Panic spread like wildfire, while many in their desperation turned on the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Ul'dah. To quell the masses, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo El Namo took to the streets with a guard consisting of only 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with their Sultana. There she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens. The realm lies upon the brink of the 7th Umbral Era. Yet so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but proffer him the hand of succor. Brought to their senses by her words, the people laid down their arms and set about healing the wounds they themselves had inflicted on Ul'dah. Those who returned from the battlefield found their home much as they left it, gleaming jewel in the desert. Majesty sounds like a great ruler. Ul'dah is fortunate to have her watching over it. Thanks for sharing the tale. It's indeed inspiring, and you've done an incredible job capturing it in glass. So far, so good. Let's look around just a little bit more. Hi, Tay.
Hey.
Drive-by Tay. Drive-by Bunning.
Discuss the House of Splendors.
House of Splendors? What kind of place is this, I wonder?
I see you're not familiar with the house. We offer our wares in exchange for scripts, but our services are only available to those who we know and trust.
So if I want to be a customer, I need to make a name for myself. One day, Nagi. One day. Greetings! From daily necessities to unusual curios, I deal in all manner of wares. If there's something in particular you seek, you need but ask.
Well, we're asking. What do you got?
Objects to do with the calamity. The 3 of you are adventurers, are you not? In which case, I have something that may be of interest. It's a journal I acquired from an adventurer who retired injured. Took an arrow to the knee. The man recorded his experiences during the calamity in detail, and I dare say it has value for students of history. Oh, an adventurer's first-hand account. I'd love to pore over it. Do you keep a journal of your adventures as well, Rena, Ladonia? If so, I'd love to read it too one day, with your permission, of course. Oh, for another historical piece, I also have a scrapbook of articles from The Raven, Redania's leading tabloid. These mainly cover events outside the calamity, however. Articles from The Raven, you say? I dare say we've seen enough. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss what to bring back.
I think there's a spot right over here.
Nice and quiet with plenty of other people doing the same quest. Or at least one other. Right, this looks like as good a spot as any. I don't know about you, but that was all very new and exciting for me. Talking to myriad people, learning the tale behind each object, it's been a great experience and I won't soon forget it. Now then, we need to decide what we want to take to the minstrel. Have you made up your mind? Well, I had an idea, but they just didn't seem to have any belts available.
Shh, we don't talk about the belts anymore, remember? We're the only ones who remember them.
So what do you go shopping for here? It used to be else.
Yes. Yes. Ah. Retired Adventurer's Journal. I'll be boring.
I see. I did consider that too, but in the end settled on something else. What is it? If you don't mind, I'd like to keep that a surprise. Come, let's purchase our respective items and meet back where the minstrel awaits. No, we're certainly not getting the ring.
No. The ring
The
is
ring
too
that probably
sus.
has less to do with the calamity than, well, we do.
Mm-hmm. We are not touching the sus ring.
Oh, yes, and hi, Doodles.
Okay,
Think
Nagi.
anything's happening here? You'll find out what I chose soon enough. Welcome back. You've each found an item I trust. Well now, what have we here? The Journal of an Adventurer, you say? Despite the vendor's claims, such records typically do not have much historical value, on account of their limited perspective and inherent partiality.
This goes to prove you that the writers do not understand certain areas of historical research. Because I guarantee you it has significant historical value to the right scholar.
Yes, now admittedly that gets a little more valuable as you get further away from the events, and there's fewer sources left, especially living ones.
If you're looking for something of military historical, nah. If you're looking for
No,
someone
no. The stories from the people who are doing the actual fighting, that can be very valuable too. Yet by the same token, they have great value to me, for they offer a glimpse into the writer's heart. There is no richer material for penning verses. Now then, what of you, young Nagi? And what might this be? It's a scrapbook of articles from the Raven. You see, my sister is a reporter for the tabloid. During the calamity, she traveled the realm interviewing adventurers about their journeys, and I loved nothing more than to hear her tales. They seemed like such a diverse crowd, adventurers. No two people were alike, and yet they were united in the free, unshackled lives they lived. It struck a chord with me, and in time I found myself admiring them. Looking back, it was my sister who instilled in me the desire to see the world, to become an adventurer. That's why I choose this scrapbook. Even though none of your sister's articles are in it? No, that's just mean.
Yes, it is. Apologize.
I see. The footprints someone leaves on their journey become the starting point for another. Yes, a verse comes to me. A blessing for those souls who are taking their first chariot steps into the unknown. Pray, lend me your ears. Uh-oh, this again. Greetings, Warrior of Light.
I still want to know why I look shocked we do this every year.
This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. First of all, I wish to thank you for continuing to grace us with your presence. You and your fellow adventurers are our inspiration, and this shall never change. The world, however, is an ever-changing place, mysterious in its elusiveness. Unexpected hardships may turn our lives upside down, and though we all desire peace deep in our hearts, the sparks of conflict never cease to be struck. Like an adventurer's journey, the world is constantly moving towards the unknown, and it takes considerable courage to alter course. Yet I ardently believe that it is a small but significant step in our quest to create new adventures. Indeed, another great change is about to visit the world, and it shall open the way to exciting new journeys. And 'tis our abiding hope that our journey together shall ever continue on to the distant horizon and beyond. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Return to walking your path, and know that you are in our hearts always. Till next we meet, I bid you safe travels. This would be a lot more pleasant if it wasn't for the headaches.
They've gotten better recently.
Thank you for the generous reward and the uplifting verse. It gives me courage for the road ahead. Speaking of which, it's time I set out on my own. Though it was brief, I enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you again somewhere out there.
And what may, never forget to smile.
Okay.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm. Though much and more was lost in the calamity, intrepid souls continue to set forth, paving the way unto the future. In such a moment in history do we stand, and for you I would perform another song. Your life is a riddle to bear gladness and grief, neath stars and through storms the answers to seek. Your footprints are threads to be gathered and woven, a song of dawn resplendent dancing high to the heavens. From the embrace of the gods, though mankind has been torn, upon winds eternal lives and memories are born. The future is unwritten, bring it rapture or sorrow. Our journey shall continue until tomorrow and tomorrow. He has the most amazing timing.
Every year.
I wonder, how did you feel as you watched Nagi set off? Did the sight fill you with worry for a fledgling adventurer, or did it awaken fond memories of your own humble beginnings? Whichever it may be, I know that yours is a journey more trying than most. There will be times when you are overcome by loneliness, and each step feels heavier than the last. In such a moment, I bid you remember this. So long as you harbor love for this world, ever shall there be a place for you in it. Your adventures will never end.
Clockwork Solace. No land must remain beyond its grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule.
Yes. And the whole 9 yards.
Yay!
Designed in the likeness of Solus Zosgalvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, this automaton was created in the royal workshops to commemorate the 9th anniversary of his ascension. Several units were dispatched to the provinces as a show of the nation's technological prowess. I should be the one to sigh.
Hello, little Clockwork Solace. Of the very grumpy face.
Is it really wise to have him following you around?
Probably not. But he is anyway. Come on,
Right then.
hop to it.
Miners Guild?
Miners Guild, which is back this way.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering.
Let's see.
Yeah, Foxfire, he does that every year.
Ah, there's the Miners Guild.
And yeah, we do have a long, long way to Lockheed.
Run, little Solace, run! Now, I find it amusing that there's a lot of people out there right now crying over the fact that they're handing out little Clockwork Solaces. Because they officially said they would only make minions of characters if their stories were complete.
Yes.
Hello, Popokolu.
Popokuli.
Popokuli and Sesiruka.
Here for the job, are you? Speak with my brother here. I've got some thinking to do. Okay. If you insist. Heard about our petition, have you? And you'll do as we ask, no questions asked? Great attitude. Now then, situations like this. No, this isn't right. I'll be damned if I put our sister's fate in a stranger's hands. I'm going myself.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, brilliant plan, brother. Go blundering into the sunken temple of Karn. The place is a death trap. What guarantees do we have that this adventurer can beat those traps? None, that's what. But you know better than any what these muscles are capable of. You have muscles? Do you mean you've beaten those traps already? Wait. You're the reason Echo's in this trouble. I'm gonna end you, I swear it. Calm yourself, brother. This adventure's not to blame for what happened. Besides, she's perfect for the task. Expendable. Let's start again, shall we? I am Sesiruka, and this is my twin brother, Popokuli. As you may have gathered, we need you to mount a rescue mission to the sunken temple of Karn. After you defeated the temple's snares and traps, the place was officially open for research. The concern partnered with the Order of Nopthal to fund an expedition. And the research team was led by none other than Echo, our little sister. She's the one who wrote the book on the ruins of Silde, the research to end all other research on the place. Nobody except her was going to figure out that Silde and Olda are both descended from the Melodian civilization. The sunken temple of Karn is the native rock. No way in seven hells was she going to not lead that expedition. But who comes bumbling in? A band of relic raiders, that's who. The greedy Horson set off a trap. Now our little sister is stuck in the sinking place. Poxy bastards, putting Neko in danger. If they aren't Tonberry mints already, you can be sure that I'll end them myself. Like that, don't you? And that's the situation as it stands. Talk to Bibimu at the entrance to the temple, and she'll let you in. You go and get Naneko out of there in one piece. You hear?
Aye, aye, sirs. You're paying, right?
I sure hope so.
Kaylin, they are paying, right?
I sure hope so.
Let's see here. What's your lowest now?
My lowest, I believe, is still White Mage. It hasn't moved. Yeah, White. Correction. White Mage and Paladin are neck and neck.
Okay. Technically, my lowest is Black Mage. Just not by a whole lot.
If you'd like to come on this expedition, Tay, can we invite you to the party?
Sure. Let me leave the other one. Alright, shoot me an invite.
Bing!
Hopefully we have enough time.
Yeah, I think we do.
Oh, yes,
Even
we
if
do.
we three-man it, we have enough time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it like this.
Okay.
So after this, I'm probably switching to Black Mage for a little bit.
Yeah, I actually have one at 50, which is Red Mage,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm purposely sitting on for when we hit Heaven's Word.
Mm-hmm.
Boop boop! See Ladonia called shotgun.
Only so I can fiddle with the radio.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Someday this button will unstick and we'll be able to switch the station.
I blame Sid.
Yep.
Yeah. He liked this music too much and he super glued the button.
Yeah.
Biggs is too honest to do something like that, and Wedge is too short to reach the controls. Hey, Babima.
Welcome to the stately ruin that was, and is, the sunken temple of Karn. What a relief they actually sent someone who's been here and knows the drill. The twins? They can be a little overbearing.
You think?
They'll need some of that imperiousness soon enough, though, when it falls on them to run the concern. In case you didn't know, those two are the chairman's progeny, them and Miss Naneko. You will find it much changed within, thanks to those fool robbers. Take care, but not so much that you cannot make haste. Yay!
So,
We
do
have
we
a new
want to queue,
dungeon.
or do we want to throw it in as a three-man, which we could probably totally do?
Yeah, we could just do the 3-man.
Okay. I am Mr. Gollum.
Especially since Tay is so awesome with their summoning.
Mm-hmm.
Sunken Temple of Karn.
Hard. Very good. By the way, Tay, since you probably don't remember the horrible old joke we are having to live with at the moment,
Mm.
the quest for this is the Wrath of Karn.
Imagine our surprise today when we got in the car, turned on the radio, and they were playing the music from Raiders of the Lost Ark with John Williams conducting.
Well, there's on the local classical station,
Oh,
and
he's
they've been
new.
going through a bunch of soundtrack stuff.
Please.
Please help my companions.
I don't remember him
Are
before.
you one of the looters?
No, I think he was part of the initial expedition.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Stance?
Okay, and I was just about to check.
Not like I don't do it.
Oh, I knew it was on, a minute ago. I don't know what could have possibly happened to it. Ow.
You're fine.
Not fine. I had a giant boo-boo. Now they have even bigger boobs.
You know, I think they might have retouched the lighting in here.
Yeah, I think they might have.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that was coming in was colored lighting.
Right, and now it's a lot greener for the stone lamps they're using. Yeah.
Mhm.
Very nice, guys. Come on. Hello.
Yeah, kind of have to watch Tay. They kind of can rip aggro pretty easily just by DPSing.
Yeah, and I was having problems just getting anyone to stay in range long enough to hit them in the first time.
By the way, Tay, that was a compliment.
Yes, I know.
Yes, it is.
Actually, there's a picture I gotta have to post as useless memes of this at some point. It's about aggro control.
Oh,
Oh
dear.
Yeah, aggro control. Sometimes pressing the nuke button as fast as possible is not the best idea.
no. Mm-hmm.
Or
Well,
something
people have been
along those lines.
spoiled that for the past expansion, that was the best idea because unless the tank died,
Yeah.
they couldn't lose
Even now,
aggro.
it's pretty hard as long as you make sure you spend your time. Spikes.
That's right, stick them on the spikes.
Like that?
Whew.
You said I was fine.
You're alive, aren't you?
I heard that panic scream.
That wasn't a scream, that was an eep. There's a difference.
The only important part is the panic. Ambulatorium of Lala Fudo the Fourth. Oh, hi there. You're going to be annoying, aren't you? I'm kind of hoping to ask him for directions.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So that's where that asset comes from.
Mm-hmm.
The stone ball that's constantly exploding.
Right. Yeah, I was kind of thinking much the same thing when it popped up.
That's not a fight I'm going to miss.
No. The last couple of boss fights in Heaven on High, I am not going to miss.
Really liking it with that.
Sorry, I'm kind of trapped on the opposite side from you.
No. There we go. I'm coming for you. That's right, tactical holy.
Not much left of him.
Oop. And stay down. It's the most stubborn statue I've ever come across.
Oh, there'll be more. You know it. Oh, dear.
These poor suckers died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were probably part of the Order of Knob Falls expedition
Nope.
section.
I believe they did something with the color here.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they retouched this. Very good.
Which surprises me because I figured they were only retouching dungeons for the duty trust system.
Yeah.
And
Now,
this
it's
is not on the
possible-
system because this is considered optional content.
Yeah, well, the others, they did some real reworking to. Here, it might just be they made sure that all the lighting had its colors properly chosen. And then the engine takes care of the rest from there.
Possible. I mean, the pattern of the dungeon's the same, so...
Exactly. So it's just the lighting. And really just the coloring on it. Even the light sources are the same. Well, here we are trying to get ahead in life. And please, get this head.
We're working on it. We want to get him down before he gets grabby.
Yes.
Oh no, he's getting grabby.
There we go. Back up. It's time to face our enemies.
Yeah, if we have any trouble in here, it's going to be the next boss set.
Okay.
Really? We're going to have maintenance soon? Really?
Really mean it. Extra gravity.
I've been grabbed.
You and me both.
Oh no, I've been seized.
There you go.
You-
Freedom! And stairs. Of course it's stairs.
Yeah, this boss set.
I remember the fact of this.
I
That's
don't
it.
remember it at all.
The big thing is at one point a really big Sabotender like commando shows up. We need to kill him because he's pretty much doing a bubble over the Imperialists. And the Imperialists is winding up this huge million needle cast
Oh yeah.
that you need
yeah.
to basically low blow her out of.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure if interject will work as well or not, but you can only do it after the commandos are down.
Remind me when the time is right to do it. I do have low blow on fast style.
Okay.
You set?
Yes.
I need to do this.
Otherwise, it's try and keep the ads under control.
Always. $3,000 needles.
Low blow.
1,000 needles. Come on. Come on. And why is fast dial not working?
Oh, it went off.
None of my cooldowns went off though.
And there's the the Compadero.
And he's dead.
Okay, she's not casting at the moment.
Nope. Not gonna complain.
That's 3,000.
Ah,
Okay,
here we
kill
go.
the guard, and she is casting, so as soon as he's down, you need to stun her.
That interrupt. Yeah, get the interrupt off.
Come on.
That worked.
Lost count of the needles.
Nicely done. By the way,
And 53.
these guys, their shapes, are what appear sprouting from the gigatenders out on the first.
Okay.
If you look at them closely, you get the entire crew.
And here's the guys. All right, we got what we came for.
Yeah, these are the raiders. Bad raiders.
None of them seem nearly busty enough to be a
Don't they own the IP rights to that too?
Not anymore.
Nope,
Really?
they sold it
That's part of what
along
they
with
sold off.
Eidos.
Oh, I didn't realize they'd sold IDOS off.
Yeah, they sold all of their North American assets, including Square Enix Montreal and Eidos, to a large gaming conglomerate firm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Trying to remember the name of it. They've been...
Did we get the Star Sphere?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
They've been pretty much on a buying spree, trying to buy all these other game companies. And I will give them credit. Unlike a lot of other venture capitalist firms, they're effectively a specifically gaming venture capitalist firm aimed at gaming.
And aimed at actually doing gaming as opposed to like Game Ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is
The
something
other
at
big
least.
one that's been buying up is, of course, Tencent. Yeah, I'd rather go to this group than Tencent.
Hey. Yep, it's over here.
Am I doing too good of a job again?
Maybe.
And they basically sold it for pennies on the dollar
Yeah.
so that they could focus their capital more on... The phrase was AI, Web3 technology, and blockchain.
Oh, you gotta be.
And
Yeah.
literally,
The first time
a
that
week
came up
after
with
this
screens.
happened, all of the NFT blockchain stuff market crashed.
Well, there's a little longer than that, but yeah. Ow.
Um,
Ow. Ow. I know I hit him. You're too good.
ow! Thought I had my cast better than that. I'm sorry.
Did your tactical bully not go off at the right time?
Yeah. My tactical fully failed.
A number of things I've gotten away with, says Rayleigh, by getting Holy off at just the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, somewhat accidentally, but...
Yeah, the Embracer Group. The Saudis do have their money involved in them, but they are also a spin-off of a European gaming group, which is what's running it. And like I said, I'm not exactly fond of it, but I'm less fond of Tencent.
Yeah, there are certainly worse ones out there. Including Game Ago, frankly.
Okay, everyone take a pillar. Guess I'll take this one over here.
Sphere, okay? That's right. Real Indiana Jones stuff.
And now it's time to play with Mungmi Congo.
Oh, right.
Ancient devices that should not be working anymore and still are.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like how all the torches in the tomb are lit for a tomb that's been sealed for thousands of years.
Yes.
At least here,
those are definitely magical glowing crystals, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But,
It's like
and
I'm
to
looking
be
at you,
fair, there is
Skyrim.
an expedition running around here, like, lighting things up.
True. It's like I'm looking at you, Skyrim. Well, actually, more Skyrim than Oblivion, but Elder Scrolls in general.
it was nice the one time.
No!
Avatar lampshaded all that. So they start going, how is all of this still working? Turns out, no, it's not really abandoned. There's a tribe nearby that maintains it all because it's part of what they do.
Yeah, just a heads up. One of the things they did change is how hots deal with aggro.
Oh yes.
The actual casting of the spell will generate aggro, but the actual healing tick will not.
Particularly on Scholars.
It affects White Mage as well.
I know they called some stuff like that out specifically on Scholar.
Oh no.
There's out of line of that.
Help! I'm tanking!
No, I'm tanking.
I was gonna say, Kay, you're not doing a good enough job. Crap. I thought I was out of that line. Okay, I'm tanking. I shall be your tank now. Where are they not?
Dang, he nailed me.
Oh, I was out of that. There we go.
Huzzah!
Mummy's little mummy.
Yay!
Really?
I already had that.
Oh.
What's all this commotion? Little Lala right next to the exit.
Yep. That would be the sister.
You're the one who caused all the commotion, aren't you? 12-6, walk softly.
Yep.
Non-intrusive first and systematic. Always. Never forget. Now, who are you? One of the apprentice haulers? Actually,
Where's like the entire...
Yes, I'm Nadeko, but why would anyone be looking for me? What? Ancient traps have been triggered? I had no idea. Yeah, she missed everything. I alone ventured into the deepest sections of the temple, for the work there requires the most delicate of touches. I was completely oblivious to the commotion until you came. What are the members of my expedition? Please tell me they're safe. No, there was just one guy at the door.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, it was dead bodies everywhere. Scarcely any survivors? Gods be good. If I'd known we were coming to a dangerous place, but all those lives... But this is neither the time nor place for mourning. Let us quit this place. I have a duty to notify our backers of the incident. Meanwhile, might I ask you go tell Popo and Sese that I'm fine?
Well, it could have been worse. We could have been escorting her.
Ow! Ow!
And you know the archaeologist I'm speaking of.
Yes. They actually removed that quest in Cataclysm, which actually makes me really sad. There was a quest in the Night Elf starting area, or second zone, where you had to quote-unquote escort this archaeologist around a dig. And what it ended up being is he took off running at a dead man pace, and while you're desperately trying to stay in range of him, while trying to get every mob in the area, and the thing was just murder.
Yeah.
It was hilarious!
Well, the nice thing is they basically, escort quests have existed for quite a while. And a lot of people hate them for very good reason, because they have a lot of problems. And Blizzard basically took a look at escort quests, the problems, and said, yeah, and we'll do this on purpose and turn it up to 11.
It was hilarious, and they took it out because people found it too difficult.
It was a rough quest to do.
But it was hilarious!
Yeah, it was hilarious, but solo especially, that was a nasty quest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of monsters are showing up all over the place, and this guy is just wandering back and forth, paying no attention to any of it.
Yeah, they did use him later in Lich King with a Citadel dig, and he kind of did the same thing, and players pretty much ignored him, so you couldn't follow the story.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was actually really, really annoying. It was like one of the first dungeons that I really started to hate running dungeons. Because people wouldn't let you follow the story.
Okay, Popo. Gods damn those cunning Beliadians. Gods damn those poxy robbers. And gods damn that slack-witted, shamble-gated... There you are. Where's my sister? Where is she? Yes, where's Naneko? You better have good news or I'll let my brother do this his way.
My dear brothers. I've worried you, haven't I? I'm sorry. But as you can see, there's nothing to be concerned about.
Naneko! We've been so worried about you! Aye, we'd feared the worst. It's so good to see your face.
I must thank you again, good adventurer. After we parted ways, I sent for a search party, and we were able to rescue the survivors.
Naneko, from now on, I'm going to accompany you on all expeditions. Those Beliadians were real bastards about booby traps. It's not safe for you alone. Brother, she won't be alone because I'm going with her.
Brothers! You forget your duty. Your place is with the concerned.
They are concerned.
Yes, they are very concerned. You're right that the temple is dangerous, but I can make it in safe. All you need to do is believe. We must look at the cause, the twin causes, of today's incident. The people's belief that within lie magical relics, and the ruins are now safe to traverse. Those temple raiders are already telling tales of deadly ancient traps in every tavern, but we'll let it be known that no ordinary danger that awaits. The Order of Nathal has agreed to vehemently deny that the temple's relics are cursed. That tale of looters found horribly dead afterwards are baseless. That should give instant credence to the opposite and lend in the further end the further looting. For a while at least.
Mineko, you're brilliant. I may be the strongest one, but you've got the goods upstairs. Right you are about our sister, puny brother, and I'm not gonna stoop to stating the obvious.
They say history is the gristle of the past. But in those ruins, the past is fleshed out again. That is what I love about this work. I won't let the raiders despoil the place. The ruins are not mine to dig up and blasted for Gil. If they want gold or gems, let them join the Miners' Guild and toil for them. I will not deny this, Foxfire.
I think she is in charge. She just wasn't in charge because she wasn't there.
That and about studios getting
Well,
glommed up
yes.
or stripped for parts.
Yeah.
And apparently Sony's really taking it on the chin recently.
Mm.
Well, of course, they recently announced price hikes on PS5 in certain regions.
Ooh.
Okay, we're getting into final warning time.
Yep. I'm heading towards the quicksand.
Yay.
The problem with this is that because PS5s have been so hard to get a hold of, and they're hiking the prices to make an expensive console even more expensive. Their main core market, Japan, is starting to say, maybe we should buy Xboxes instead.
Oops.
Ooh.
That and some of their recent shenanigans, where they're like, oh, you're not actually buying the game, you're just renting time on our servers for it.
God.
Which is
Yeah.
what they did with Horizon's Forbidden West.
$100 price hike? Really?
Yes, in some regions. Not all regions are getting it. And the machines are still scarce, but that $100 price hike is still cheaper than the scalpers are asking for.
Yeah, there is that.
So, yeah, the big thing in Japan is that a lot of the Japanese market, which is, of course, Sony's home turf,
Yeah.
is either buying Xboxes, grabbing Switches,
Uh-huh.
or grabbing actual PCs.
Yep.
Mm.
Now, also, one thing to keep in mind on this, of course, everyone's going Sony, Japanese company, Sony, Japanese company. American Sony has taken over the Japanese division. It is now based out of California and run by California big money-making wicks, or bean counters. And
That might be some of the trouble, too.
that, I think, is the core of the issue in the long run. Is these people... they literally took over the entire empire, and they're more interested in counting beans than actually making good, viable products for whatever, whether it's movies or games or electronic devices. And we're seeing a version of that as well from Discovery / Warner Brothers / HBO currently, as they're just cutting things left and right and literally destroying completed films and leaving them on the floor. Actually, they're not even leaving on the floor.
Yeah,
they're just
if
out and
only
out
they were
destroying
doing
them.
that.
Yeah. So I don't blame them for looking over at Microsoft Xbox and going, you're actually a better value. You're providing more games. You're actually trying to support those games. They're looking at Nintendo going, this Switch is actually a real deal. It's not just some sort of piece of kitty.
And that's never been a real problem in Japan.
Yeah, it's mostly been a
It's over here that it has more of that reputation, undeserved reputation.
Yeah. The thing is that they got that reputation because they tried to do a lot of censoring of certain subjects.
Yes, especially when they came over here.
And now Sony's doing the same sort of thing and Nintendo's backed off.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sony has changed character and they're shutting off the world. So It is that time anyway. Thank you all very much for coming along. We hope to see you next week for more Bun Fun.
Yeah, everyone have a good night. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow?
Yep.
Not everyone.
Assuming that we aren't too busy with Baron getting home.
Yep, tomorrow, hopefully, MSQ on Theron and Rylea. Good night, all!
Night, everyone.